Kenya Defence Forces KDF is known as one of the most professional and disciplined armies across the globe. This is evidenced by the several peacemaking missions it has participated in and continues to indulge in around the world, from Liberia to Kosovo and missions in Somalia to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The KDF has proven its capabilities again and again. Here are the 10 chiefs who have consistently ensured KDF success on the world missions. Chief of the General Staff, Major General Robert Bernard Penfold. He was the command of the King's African Rifles under the British Army before Kenya attained independence. He had served in Tanganyika and Hong Kong. He served as the Chief of Defense Staff from 1966 to 1969. Major General Joseph Ndolo, he was the first Kenyan to lead the army after independence. He was the Chief of General Staff from 1969 to 1971 after a stint at the King's African Rifles. General Jackson Kimeu Mulinge, he is the longest serving military boss Kenya has ever had. He led the army for 15 years from 1971 to 1986. General Mohamud Haji Baro Mohammed, he was the command of the Kenya Air Force in 1982 and was actively involved in stopping the coup against the former President Daniel Moi, instigated by junior Air Force soldiers. He led the army for 10 years from 1986 to 1996. General Daudi Tonje introduced the Tonje rules that fundamentally changed how the army operates. He led the army for 4 years from 1996 to 2000. Some of the rules include mandatory age limits for military chiefs at 62 years for a maximum of 4 years at the helm, whichever comes first. Also, the top seat would be rotated between the Kenya Army, Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Air Force. Tonje was from the Kenya Army. The rules also made it mandatory for lieutenant generals to serve in that position for 4 years or retire at 58. Additionally, all commissioned officers from second lieutenant up to the top general serve for a specific number of years in a certain position and are either promoted or retired. He also pegged the promotions of officers on the academic performance. General Joseph Kibwana, he was the first Navy to lead the KDF as Chief of General Staff thanks to the Tonje rules. He served at the helm of 4 years from 2000 to 2005. General Jeremiah Mutinda Kianga, he was the first appointee of former President Mwai Kibaki. He led the army's operation in Mount Elgon against the Sabot Land Defense Force, where the army was able to restore calm to the region. He was the last Chief of General Staff and served from 2005 to 2011, 2 more years than the Tonje's rules prescribed. Chief of the Defense Forces General Julius Waweru Karanki, he is the one that led Kenya's operation into Somalia in Operations Linda Jamii in 2011. He was the first to hold the title of Chief Defense Forces CDF and was from the Kenya Air Force. He served for 4 years from 2011 to 2015.
My friend General Mwadede.
General Samson Jeffo Mwatete, he was the first appointee of the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He served as CDF from 2015 to 2019. However, the president gave him a 1-year extension such that he served until May 2020.
They revert to being a civilian. Retired CDF.
General Robert Kariuki Kibochi, he is the first CDF to hold a PhD on July 22nd, 2022. He graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy from Kenya University.
Robert Kariuki Kibochi, Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces.
His studies included peace and conflict management. He also holds master's degree in international studies and computer information system and bachelor degree in technology in communication and electronic engineering. He served for 3 years from May 2020 to April 28, 2023. General Francis Omondi Ogolla, he is the first CDF appointee of President William Ruto. He was promoted to the rank of general and appointed as the CDF by President Ruto on April 28, 2023.
You have my confidence, you have the confidence of the government of Kenya to discharge your responsibilities in your new office.
He attended École Militaire in Paris, France in 1984. The KDF has its roots in the Mau Mau uprising and the King's African revolts before Kenya got independence on December 12, 1963. For Prime News, Masha Television, I'm Philip Simi.